Gentlemen, what is up, guys? How are you guys doing today? UFC Fight Night is coming to Sacramento, California, and we have a huge main event as Jermaine Randamie is going to face off against the up-and-coming Aspen Ladd. Now, guys, this card is absolutely stacked. It's almost like a pay-per-view. Okay, it's not like a pay-per-view, but it could be a pay-per-view. These are great fights. We have Uriah Faber coming back, a UFC Hall of Famer, former title challenger, facing up-and-comer in Ricky Simone, who's on an 8-fight win streak. We have Josh Emmett coming off of a huge knockout, comeback win against Michael Johnson, going against Mirsad Bektik. We've got Marvin Vettori coming back. We've got Andre Touchy-Feely fighting. We got Nico Montaños coming, Darren Elkins, Ryan Hall. We've got all these guys coming and fighting in Sacramento, California. What a night it's going to be, guys. I'm so excited. And let me tell you what. I have some things to say about this Randamie versus Ladd fight because I do have a strong opinion on who's going to win. And I don't know if you guys will agree with me. I think I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, guys. But first and foremost, before I want to talk my prediction, I just want to talk about both these girls. So, if you guys know, Jermaine Randamie was the former UFC champion. She defeated Holly Holm 2 fights ago. And it was a very controversial fight. She had some late hits after the bell, this and that. I think it was UFC 208. It was one of the worst cards I've ever seen in my life. It was just one of the most controversial fights in UFC history. Now, last fight, she went to Denver, Colorado in Pepsi Center and fought Rocky Raquel Pennington, and she fought a very good fight against a very good fighter in Raquel Pennington, and she ended up winning. It was a lot of clinching. It was a lot of good strikes by Jermaine Randamie. It was a good fight in general. Now, let's turn back to Aspen Ladd, who Aspen Ladd's obviously undefeated. Was she 8-0? I think she's 8-0. She just came off a good win against Sijara Eubanks. She had a good win against Tanya Evinger. So just in general, Aspen Ladd's a good fighter, and she's a grinder. If you guys have watched Aspen Ladd fight, she likes to grind. You know, she's very dirty. She doesn't care about being hit. She'll walk forward like a zombie and just take hits and just to give it to you, and then she'll go ahead and take you down where her specialty is, and she'll just beat you up. She's just an absolute monster. I love Aspen Ladd, but she does have an absolute killer in Jermaine Randamie. There's literally videos. I mean, she has a killer Jermaine Randamie in front of her. That sounded really wrong. She has Jermaine Randamie is in Aspen Ladd's way of getting a title shot. Now, this is the thing. Obviously, Aspen Ladd is one of the best fighters in her division. Now, do I agree that she should have gotten a title shot? I mean, not a title shot, on a main event slot this early? I don't know. I don't know. Just because Aspen Ladd is young, and I feel like she's getting thrown to the fire pretty quick against a contender like Jermaine Randamie. Now, this is the thing. Now, a girl like Aspen Ladd, does she go ahead and, like, after this fight, does she get a title shot against Nunes? Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Like, are we this desperate to give Nunes a contender that we're throwing Aspen Ladd to Randamie this quick? I feel like there's a lot of other fights we could have given Aspen Ladd. Honestly, I would have liked Randamie versus Caitlin Vieira more, but that was just my opinion. I didn't like this Aspen Ladd Randamie fight just because of Aspen Ladd. I don't know if she's ready. I don't know if she's ready for the spotlight. This is a main event slot in Sacramento, California. A lot of people are going to be there. A lot of eyes are going to be there. It's going to be a tough fight for Aspen Ladd. We will see how she performs. I do think she's capable of winning, but the thing is that is she going to be able to use her skills to take down a UFC veteran or just a veteran in general in Jermaine Randamie? There's literally videos of Jermaine Randamie on YouTube knocking out guys. Like, this is how scary Randamie is. She's a killer. She's very long. She's very strong. I think Aspen Ladd's like 5'6". Randamie's 5'9". She has like a 2-inch reach advantage. Like, Randamie just in general has an advantage in almost every category physically. She's big. She's strong. Now, I do want to point one thing out before I start this prediction. I did see Aspen Ladd's UFC weigh-in video. Did not look good, guys. Did not look good. She couldn't even put her hands up. She was in pain. It was a tough cut. That is huge, especially when it comes to a fighter like Aspen Ladd, who likes to use her stamina and she wants to break you. Now, if she's already broken before the fight even starts, how is she supposed to break her opponent? It's not looking too good for Aspen Ladd, guys. It's not. And I don't know what's going to happen, like I said, but I do have kind of an overall general idea of how I see the fight playing out. Now, let's go ahead and let's go towards our prediction. So, guys, I think that this fight will be very close at first. I do think it will be finished. I do not think it's going to be a decision, guys. And this is my prediction. I believe that Jermaine Randamie will knock out Aspen Ladd in the second round. And now let me explain why. A lot of you guys are probably like, what? Randamie by second round knockout? Are you insane? This is my reasoning. I don't think, style-wise, that Aspen Ladd, excuse me, is a good matchup for Randamie. Or vice versa. Randamie is not a good matchup for Aspen Ladd. Let me tell you why. We're talking about Jermaine Randamie, a Dutch kickboxer who's very talented, who has a takedown defense percentage of 89%, who is willing to stay on her feet because that's what she's good at, and will pick you apart with power and long shots. Aspen Ladd likes to walk forward, train in the pocket, and likes to get hit, like take one to give one, right? That is not the strategy you want to have against a striker like Jermaine Randamie. Randamie is very technical and she's very powerful. She's a knockout artist. You could say she's a knockout artist. She doesn't have that many knockouts, but she has enough power to become a consistent knockout artist. I think this is a coming out party for Jermaine Randamie. A lot of people don't like Randamie just because the Holly Holm thing, but I personally like Randamie. I like her style. I think she's a very talented fighter. I think Randamie knocks her out in the second just because, first of all, even if I didn't see that weight cut, I would have put money. I literally would put everything on Randamie. Coming into this fight, I didn't even look at the odds. I just assumed that Randamie was like a minus 220 favorite. But then I looked, and on every betting website, she was like a plus 180. I was like, Randamie is a plus 180 coming into this fight. Like, I will put everything I have that Randamie will win this. As an underdog, are you kidding me? The fact that she has great takedown defense, and the fact that she's a better striker than Aspen Ladd, oh my goodness, this might be a disaster for Ladd. Also saying that Ladd just came off that horrible weight cut. She's not gonna have the same stamina. Her chin won't be the same. She might get slept. And the only reason why I'm saying second and not first is because I think Aspen Ladd does have that grinding mentality. So she will be able to take some shots before she eventually falls. So I'm just giving you second round. But honestly, I was very tempted to say first round knockout. Like, I was very tempted to say first round knockout. I'm going to say second, though. I'm going to roll with second. I think Jermaine Randamie is just a better striker in general than Aspen Ladd. I think Aspen Ladd's going to have a problem dealing with the power. Even though Aspen Ladd's a good grappler, she's going to have trouble taking down Randamie. Randamie's big. She's very strong. She has an 89% takedown defense, guys. That is very, very good. That is way above average. Randamie does not get taken down. Now, and let's say Aspen can't take her down. Okay, now what are you going to do? You're going to kickbox with a Dutch kickboxer? No. No. Everything's just not looking good for Ladd. And I don't know why Aspen Ladd is such a... Like, literally, I checked this morning, and all the money's going to Randamie. It went from, like, a plus 180 to plus 110. So, at this point, I'm, like, putting everything I can on Randamie before the odds get so screwed up to the point where I can't bet on her anymore. So, guys, I think a lot of people, the general public, is rolling with Randamie too after the weight cut. Like I said, I already had coming in this fight that Randamie would win by knockout, no matter if it was weight cut or not. I just thought matchup-wise, it was going to be too much for Aspen Ladd. I think Ladd is obviously a very talented fighter, but she is getting thrown to the fire very quick. I think this is only like her third UFC fight. Third or fourth UFC fight, and you're given a main event against an absolute killer, a former UFC champion. Why? I don't see why. Like, UFC, like Sean Shelby, you're literally just killing contenders off. This is how you kill contenders. Build her up slowly. Don't throw her into the fire. Sorry, guys, I'm coughing so much. I'm just coming off a sickness. I mean, a cold, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I just don't see Aspen Ladd winning, guys. The only way Aspen Ladd wins this is if she, like, tires Randamie out, pushes her against the fence, you know. If she takes her down, I think Aspen Ladd obviously has the advantage and just grinds on her for 5 rounds. That's the only reason, way I see Aspen Ladd winning, but I just don't see it happening. I literally see Randamie being dominant and destroying Aspen Ladd, like, absolutely running her over. So, guys, that's my prediction. Randamie by second round knockout. I think it's going to be brutal. I think it's going to be bad, like a head kick or a right hand. It's going to be a brutal knockout, guys. I think it's going to either be a right hand, a 1-2, and she's going to take her head off the center line, land that right hand, or she's going to set up a head kick, swing that right kick along and land it right on Aspen Ladd's head. And I don't think it's going to be pretty, guys. And it sucks because I really do enjoy Aspen. I mean, I really do like watching Aspen Ladd. I just think it's going to be too much for her. They're throwing her into the fire way too quick, and I think the Randamie is just way too talented to lose this fight. So, guys, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this fight. I think it's going to be a good fight either way. I just think the Randamie is just too good of a fighter, and I think eventually she is going to have to fight Amanda Nunes. So, guys, thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe and share this content if you liked it. If not, then sorry. So, guys, I will see you guys soon. Peace.